Hi, I'm Kristen and welcome to my channel. This is my 2019 favorites video. I have a ton of makeup products here and a little bit of skincare that we're going to start with. I'm doing this video because honestly, favorites videos are my favorite to watch, and I just love seeing everything people have loved throughout the year all in one big group. It's just so much fun for me. It's the best. So that's what we're starting with. I'm going to begin with a bit of skincare, and yeah, my number one thing is the Purity Made Simple Moisturizer. It has all the right ingredients for me, and it's been helping my skin so much. At first I wasn't sure about it, but like it won my heart over right away. And you don't have to use a lot for it to be very effective, I found. I have about half a bottle left, and I've been using this like almost all year, so it's been great. The second product that I have in skincare, and the last product, is my Pixi Glow Tonic. It is 5% glycolic acid, and it is an exfoliating toner. I absolutely love this. I tried other types of toners. They never worked for me. This is just like my go-to. It does everything for me that I need. It cleanses, it tones, exfoliates, everything. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to let go of this anytime soon. I need a new one badly. I'm at the very bottom, if you can see. And I think this is maybe my second or third that I've gone through this year, so that shows you something. Moving on to makeup. I'm going to start with my two setting sprays that I've fallen in love with this year and continue to love. In the case of the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, this is like a cult classic. I don't think I need to explain how awesome it is. You just know, like, it's the top notch of setting sprays. That's all I can say. However, I find that I have fallen in love as well with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Set. This is new from this year, and I've just about reached the end. I've been like trying to savor it because it just is really great with taking away some of the matte-ness and the, how would you say, like, not dustiness, but you know when your makeup is a little bit too cakey, a little bit too makeup-y, it's like really great to just like, you take a spritz, like, and it just kind of like makes everything look a little bit smoother and shinier, if that makes any sense. My next favorite is honestly something I've had forever. You can tell I've used a lot of it from the way it's just like falling apart. This is the jumbo size too. This is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. It is my ride or die go-to primer. It makes everything just a little bit more waterproof, a little bit more smooth as you apply. It makes your foundation just last longer, and it does everything a primer is supposed to, just like 100% better in my opinion. And it's like one of the only primers I use, I swear. Now, for my favorite foundation of the year. I love this so much. I didn't think I would love it as much even when I was sampling it, but this is the Jouer Essential High Coverage Creme Foundation. I am in the shade Bisque, and it is just so beautiful. You need to use the smallest amount, and it just covers perfectly, and without looking cakey, without looking like you have tons of foundation on. It is just like, you'll fall in love. So the next products are also base products. My favorite concealers of the year. I have two, the ColourPop No Filter Concealer and the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. They're both very similar. They both work amazingly. I love them. The Tarte is nothing new for me, but the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, definitely something that I just tried for the first time this year and immediately clicked with. I find they're similar, like I said, they're very similar formulas, so I go between them a lot. This one I had actually gotten because I'd heard from another YouTuber that it is great for priming the eyes, and I agree. But yeah, they're just great concealers. Sometimes throughout the summer I would just go with concealer on too, so that shows you just how well they blend and cover. Next we have the Marcel Face Powder. That's what it's called, just Marcel Face Powder, no fancy name. But honestly, I mean, it doesn't need a fancy name. It is right up there with more high-end, expensive face powders, and it's for the fraction of a price. I think I paid maybe $15 for this, and it comes with 2.4 ounces, 70 grams, and you don't need to keep buying and buying. Like, this one will last you a year at least, and I mean, it's just amazing powder. It's a translucent setting powder, the one that I chose. I think they also have a shade called medium if you have a bit of a darker skin tone. I'm not sure if they've made any other shades, but for me, translucent works fine. It's just beautiful. Like, I don't know what else I can say about it except it is so good at keeping my makeup in place. On to brows. I have tried pomades, pencils, and powders, and everything you could imagine this year, different types of brushes, but my absolute favorite product is actually something that you can use just to add a bit of color, to make a more natural and yet darker brow than what I have, because my hair for some reason is darker than my brows, so this helps. And it is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in the shade Espresso. It has a little spoolie, and you just brush it through your brow hairs. It can help to work as like a setting gel, a brow gel, you know what I mean, a brow gel, or as just something to add color. And I love it. It's so easy if you're on the go-to. The NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. For bronzers, normally I would say that you don't need to pay too much to find a great bronzer. This year I paid a little bit more for one of my favorites. The Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Bronzer in Shady Biz has instantly become a favorite of mine. It's just like a go-to if in case I really just want to look good that day. Like, I've been trying to use it sparingly because I know it's expensive, or at least expensive for me, but I don't know. I might have to repurchase if I ever go through it because I love it. Another bronzer that I love and is also high-end, but I was able to snag a mini version in an Ipsy bag from a while back, it is the Park Avenue Princess Bronzer by Tarte. I don't know, this stuff is magical. It has a bit of a glow, but not too intense. If I don't want it to be too anything but perfect, I will use this one. For blushes this year, nothing really stood out except for this one thing. This one blush that I actually thought I was going to have to use as a highlighter just because it was so shimmery. And yet, all throughout the summer, with this product here, I just was out the door every day. It was like always on my face, always on my face. And this is the Hard Candy Fox in a Box Uptown Girl Blush. It is a marbleized baked bronzer. Comes in a little snappy box, which was honestly why I bought it in the first place. I just love the packaging, and it was only a few dollars, so I was like, hey, why not? And yeah, I'm so glad I got it because, like, you can't see at all, but I actually put a good dent in this over the summer. It was just my go-to when I wanted to go out the door without tons of makeup. I would just put it across my cheeks, a little bit of highlighter. It just gave me like this summery glow that I loved so much. Next, highlighters. This first one I'm going to show you is not a new favorite by any means. I have loved and used this for many a moon, and I'm going to give you the name, but you've probably already heard the name. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Rose Quartz. I think it was limited edition. It's like a pink highlighter. I just love pink highlighters. I don't know why. I really don't. But something about them. I was trying to open it with the wrong side, of course. But look at this. I don't know if you can see it, but it is just so beautiful. And I mean, I tried it. I fell in love. I'm in love with all these, but I fell in love with this. And I stayed in love this year. Like, it was my go-to again. Like, all of these are my go-to, but this was my go-to. I don't know how to describe my love for this. It's even the name, the rose quartz, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. My other favorite, however, also beautiful. This is the Luna by Luna Baked Highlighter in the shade Electra. I got this at the beginning of the year and I absolutely love it. If you wanted to go like super highlighter, super shocking, super like bam in your face, just spritz it a bit. Trust me, it'll just set things off. And if you want it to be subtle and beautiful, just like take a fluffy brush, sprinkle it across your face. It is the greatest thing ever. I also have another shade, Calypso, but this shade Electra, it's like a peachy pink. It's amazing. I just love it. This for me has been the year of false eyelashes. I was never able to get myself to actually go through the motions of learning how to put them on or use them before, but now, as you can see, do I look like an idiot or do I look like seductive and beautiful? I don't know. I usually wear glasses, so I cannot see myself in the monitor, but I am going to guess that I looked like an idiot. However, these lashes are not idiotic at all. They're beautiful. This is the Kiss Flirty Lash, and this is my box. It has one pair left. I had another box, went through them all. That's how much I love these. I might try some new ones next year, but I'm going to repurchase this for sure. It's just like, it has a thin band, it's big, fluttery, without looking too over dramatic, and they're just perfect for my eye shape, which is a little bit hooded, a little bit deep set. And they're the ones I'm wearing now. If you can tell, like, I don't know. The number one thing I would say that has changed up in my makeup game this year is the type of eye primer that I use. I have tried using many different types of eye primers, and finally I've realized that a thicker, tackier one that looks a little bit like a foundation or a concealer is my go-to. It will make my makeup last longer, it will make it brighter, stand out more, whatever color I'm using just will look more intense, more beautiful. And I have started by using the P. Louise Rumor one, and I still love it. It is, it just comes in a bottle like this. You need a pea-size amount, works great. Tap it out onto your eye until it's a little bit tacky just to hold the colors on. However, I later on tried, and this is still the sample size that I'm using, and that just shows you how far it goes. Like, this is amazing. Anyways, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the ABH eye primer. It's very similar, but I just find it works better somehow. So, if I had to choose between them, I would definitely choose the ABH Anastasia eye primer. It's just so beautiful. It has one shade for now, and again, you just need like a pea-sized amount. On to my absolute favorite type of makeup in the world, eyeshadow palettes. Eyeshadow palettes are something that I collect, I treasure. I probably will hit pan and never throw out just to remember the beautiful memories of using that eye palette. So I had to narrow it down this year, and I decided, okay, which ones did you get this year and which ones did you leave on your desk to use over and over and over again? And I was able to narrow it down to 3 palettes. The first one being the Milani Gilded Noir palette. It is just absolutely stunning. It made me fall in love with palettes again all over, and like the colors are, I would describe them as jewel tone because they just look like they could be beautiful, expensive gems, and Like, there's also a fair amount of mattes, a nice highlight color, a dark black at the bottom if you want to deepen up a look. It's just stunning. It really is. And it was about $20, I think, at Ulta. I actually had my first trip to Ulta this year, so that was really cool. And yeah, great memories. The next palette that I purchased and fell in love with was the Sugar Pill Fun Size palette. I was so excited when this came out, because not only would it give me a chance to try out a bunch of different Sugar Pill shadows, which I just never was able to afford to do, but it comes in this teeny tiny palette so that you get kind of like a sampling. And look, that is a heart mirror and a small kitten on the front cover, and it is video game themed. I am not even kidding. It's like, the names are Cheat Code, 8-Bit, Player 1, Twitch, Level Up, Rage Quit, Continue, High Score, Game Over. I mean, right now I'm just like fawning over it. As you can see, this is just like perfect for me. This little colorful palette has allowed me to experiment so much with color this year, and I love it to bits. Again, that's the Sugar Pill Mini Color Palette, and the name is Fun Sized. My third and most recent palette that I have tried out is actually a Christmas present for my husband. We have this tradition where he will always get me my Christmas present in like the beginning of November or something, and it's always a palette so that I can use it every time we go out during the holidays. And this year we picked the Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette. I got it, or picked it rather, for the shades. There's some that I have other colors of, but especially this one, Wigglies, it's called. It's like a red with shimmer, and I mean, I love red. And there's just so many more that I've fallen in love with. Like, I cannot say enough good things about this palette. It was limited edition, so I'm sure it's probably still for sale, but I would snatch it up if you want to try one of their palettes. I would try this one. So going back to Sugar Pill, I did purchase one pressed eyeshadow of theirs in a compact. And I mean, look how cute this is. It was probably cuter before I messed it up and used it 1,000 times. And yeah, and by the way, these are big, so like you pay a lot for each one, but it will last you a very long time. This is the shade Love Plus, and it is the perfect red. I mean, it doesn't lean orange, it doesn't lean pink, it is perfect red, and I get so many compliments when I wear it, so I just had to include this in my favorites video. Now for eyeliners, and let me tell you, it was hard to decide which ones to pick, but I tried to narrow it down, and here we go. Starting with my favorites, we have the Lise Wattier Dramatique Gel Liners in the shades Blackberry, Navy, Cappuccino, and I am in between the black liners right now, meaning I finished the black and have another in my drawer somewhere that I'm going to need to dig up. But the most amazing eyeliners. They're waterproof. They go on smoothly. They come in like a metal kind of, I don't know if it's metal, but it feels like metal, metal kind of packaging, so that you don't scrape your eyes on the wood, which is something that I absolutely hate. However, for more colorful eyeliners, I have a couple others down here that I'm going to share with you. The first being a ColourPop product again. This is the Creme Gel Liner in the shade Venus. And again, my love for pure red color is just like screaming out of this eyeliner. Like, it's just, it's a pure red eyeliner, and I just love it. And I know it seems a little weird to have a pure red eyeliner, but I got so much use out of it, and it is super creamy, super easy to go on. It's not as long lasting as the Lise Watier, but long lasting enough. You know, it gets the job done. And I want to get every single colorful ColourPop liner that they have because this is just such a great formula. The other colorful liners that I love are limited edition. These are the NYX Off Tropic liners in the shades Crushin' It and No Shade. Crushin' It, it is a fuchsia color. No Shade is like an orange. I like this one for the orange, that is, for more warm looks, to add just a pop of color along the line. And this one just to complement more berry colors, to add that pop of color. I'm really excited about this next product. I actually went to Sephora and had my makeup done with my mother-in-law. We had this really awesome time, and to commemorate, I bought the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Gel in Dreamland, and suddenly glitter has become my world. I started off just with this color in my inner corner, as the makeup artist did. Like, I saw him wearing it, he had it on his inner corner, and I was like, can you do that for me? And he did. And now I do that all the time, like all the time. It is like, I picked this out one day and I said to my husband, this in my inner corner is going to be my trademark. And while it hasn't been, I do switch up my look now and then. I want to buy backups of this, but I know I'll never go through it because you need the teeniest amount to just make a beautiful look with this heavy metal glitter gel, and it's beautiful. Dreamland, by the way, is like a peachy kind of gold shade, so it's very versatile. It goes well with a lot of looks, and I love it. So you are going to see all these lip products that I have and think that I didn't narrow them down, but I did. I swear I did. And I painstakingly picked out 5 different lip products. Number 1, the Seraphine Botanicals Berry Juice Glosses. These are amazing. They have little shimmers of glitter in them, but you can't even feel it. I have the shades Rose Currant and Pink Berry, and I love them so much. Definitely something I will repurchase when these are finished. Probably I would say Rose Currant is my favorite. It's kind of like a Your Lips But Better shade. This one is a bit more pink, but also very wearable. This next gloss is amazing. At first, I wasn't 100% sure it was even a lip gloss because just the way it goes on, it feels different, but it's not. It's just, it feels different, but it's not. It's not. It's a lip gloss. It's just magical. It is the Annabelle Big Show Lip Shine, and it doesn't actually have a shade written on it, and that is because I bought this at a warehouse sale. But I want to say one thing. The smell of this is something you will never experience in your life unless you're in some sort of dreamland. It's like candy, but not. It's like sweet, but not too sweet. It is like your childhood, but you can't pinpoint what part of your childhood, and it's just beautiful. This color is like perfect. It's like a peachy pink, the same color as your lips. Again, like, it's a nude, but Your Lips But Better kind of thing, like the Rose Currant lip gloss. But I don't know, I just love it, and I was able to get a bunch of these for $2, so I have a bunch of backups. I gave one to a friend, one to my sister, and one to my mother. I think I've given everybody one of these because, honestly, best thing ever. And I actually just found out that it's not something that's discontinued. Annabelle does sell the Big Show lip glosses, so definitely check out Annabelle's site if you get a chance. Next 2 that I have are lipsticks. The first one being the Milani Color Statement Lipstick in Teddy Bear. Teddy, T-E-D-D-Y, Bear, B-A-R-E, as in a nude, which this is. It's like a darker nude, and it has like a bit of a sheen to it. It's not a matte. It is just absolutely beautiful. I got this as a gift from my grandmother, and I wore it so many times this year. Under lip gloss, without, it looks beautiful. And it goes with so many looks. But my favorite lip product this year was another gift from my husband, and it is simply fantastic. I had to get a backup. It is the Urban Decay X Game of Thrones collection in the shade Daenerys. And Daenerys is a red, the perfect red, but it has the tiniest of metallic to it. So, like, it's not too metallic that, like, you go out and people are like, whoa, she's wearing a metallic lip. No, it is, like, red, but with a bit of oomph to it. Just enough oomph. Just enough oomph. This lipstick, I got a backup while they were still, like, in stores. And I actually ordered one online, tried it out, and then I went into the store for something else. The store being Sephora. And there was a swarm of people around the Game of Thrones kiosk, and I was able to just, like, grab it and go to the cash because I knew what I wanted. And that was more of this, and I will always want more of this. And it'll be really, like, a really hard day when I'm back in the store looking for the perfect metallic red lip, because I tell you, I did that for a long time, and then this just came out, and in the Game of Thrones, Daenerys name, packaging, all that, perfect. Daenerys is awesome. We have reached my final category, brushes. Again, something I really had a hard time narrowing down. I like to say that I collect makeup brushes, and I don't know, I just love the history of them. Like, look into it. It's actually really fascinating. I'm not going to go into it here. Maybe I'll do another video talking about the history of makeup brushes. But these are the 3 single brushes that I picked for this year. I'm going to start with one that I absolutely love. It is the 110 Luxie brush. And it is the Harley Quinn Collector's Edition brush. It is like, I don't know how to describe the top. It's just like a circular topped brush. And I use it to just pack makeup into my inner corner of my eye. And it just looks absolutely beautiful. It's perfect for just gathering up enough product and just like that perfect inner corner shape. And I am absolutely in love with Harley Quinn. Like, I've been saying I'm in love with these products, but I'm in love with her. Like, I would do anything for her. But she is a fictional character, so I bought this brush. Another collector's edition by Luxie that I got, I think they actually came out at the same time. This is the Detail Tapered Blender brush, the Luxie 140. It is part of the Wonder Woman collection. I actually have the rest of the collection right here, but I've had this for a couple of years, and while it is part of my favorites, I will say this one is my favorite of the collection of this year, because I've been using it to do that primer thing, the eye primer. It just fits perfectly into the crevices of my eye, and it's the perfect shape for packing it down and prepping my eyes, and that's what I've been using it for. And finally, we have this bad boy by Sigma Beauty. It is the 4D HD Kabuki brush, and I don't know if you can see, it is like a perfect pyramid on top. It is the shape of a pyramid, and I use this for concealer because it goes to the tiniest of tips to a big thick brush with like a sort of a packing concealer sort of flatness to it. It has just the perfect shape for concealer for me, to do like little dots where I need to do spot coverage, and it has the flat area for just like blending it in, and it's just perfect. And I just think the shape is so cool. So we have come to the end of my 2019 favorites video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed the past year. and hope you're enjoying the new year. So please subscribe below, like if you like, don't if you don't, and bye for now.